What's up everybody, David here, and today we're going to be checking out the brand new Helix Native software from Line 6. Helix Native is essentially a software adaptation of the brand new series of guitar processors from Line 6, the Helix. They've recently brought all the cool shit you get in the hardware in a plugin format, so today we're going to try it out. So let's go ahead and check out how it sounds, and just so you guys know, everything you're going to hear related to the guitars, bass, and the lead tone or whatever, that is 100% the Line 6 Helix Native. There are no extra plugins or processing used. Let's check it out. So now let's listen to a couple more clips, but this time I'm going to solo the bass, the rhythm, and the lead so you can hear what they sound like on their own. I'm also going to be showing you around the plugin and showing you how I got each of those tones. Here we go. Alright, so now that you've heard the examples, let's talk a little bit about the plugin. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a software adaptation of the new hardware from Line 6. The Helix hardware is available in either a pedal or a rack format, and they've brought over all of the modeling from the hardware to the plugin. This includes, brace yourself, 55 different guitar amps, 7 bass amps, 104 different pedals and effects, 37 cabinets, 16 microphones for each cabinet, and the ability to load in and use your own impulses. I'm not exaggerating when I say there's so much shit inside of this software. There's just so much stuff in it. It's unbelievable. And I gotta say, I like it a lot. When dialing in the tone that you just heard for this video, the problem wasn't getting a good tone. The problem was picking the tone because there were so many different options and all of them sounded so good right off the bat. So I spent so long going through each one and testing it with the song just because they all sounded fantastic. You have a lot of control over each amp and just over the cabinets and the mics, and everything is very in-depth, which is awesome to see. Another great thing about Helix Native is that any patches you make are also compatible with the hardware and vice versa. So maybe if you have Native and you have the hardware, you can use patches between both units. Now I also really love the interface. It's very simple to use and it basically mimics what you get on the Helix hardware. It's very simple, colorful, and modern, and overall it's just a refreshing take on what you would normally get with the amp sim. The interface is essentially split into 4 different sections. You have your section for your presets, and then you have your section for your signal chain, which is very easy to customize. It's really easy to move things around and to run dual signal chains, and even do awesome things like send out one amp to multiple cabinets. Next you have a section to pick your desired amp or effect, and then next to that you have the section to modify the selected amp or effect. To use the Helix Native, you don't have to know anything. You just jump in and start using it. It's that easy. Overall, Line 6 really stepped it up quite a bit, and there's a ton of stuff to be excited about. Now let's check out some of the not so good things. And keep in mind, guys, this is just my opinion. This is not the end all be all. These are just a couple things that I was kind of at odds with. First thing is the interface, and you're probably wondering, what the hell, dude, you just said you liked it, but I'm specifically talking about one portion of the interface. This is just one portion of the interface that took some getting used to for me, and that is that instead of using knobs like most standard amp sims, I guess, all of the controls are sliders. Now, I know this isn't exactly a problem, but there was just kind of a visual disconnect when first using these sliders to control all of the different parameters and stuff. It was just odd for me at first. Maybe this is just me being biased and thinking that if it's a pedal or if it's an amp, it needs to have a fucking knob. Like, that's just how it is. And I don't know, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe this is what helps people focus on the sound of a plugin rather than the look of it. Either way, I don't know, man. It was just weird at first. Like, I opened up the plugin, I was like, yo, where the fuck are my knobs? Like, knobs are cool, right? Stop judging me. Moving on, next thing is that you're probably wondering, how much does this cost? You've talked about it all this time and you haven't mentioned a price. Well, I'll give you the price. The Helix Native costs $400. Yeah, that's a lot of money. I personally think that that's a lot to ask for an amp simulator. I know that you get a ton of stuff with the software and there is value there, but I just feel like there's a lot of stuff out there that's a lot cheaper, and I just don't know that there's enough incentive to make that jump. Because when I'm referring to how much stuff is out there, like, you can get Bias for $200, you can get TH3 for I think $200. I know Amplitude is $200. Like, $200 just kind of seems to be the going price for amp sims, and this is double. Now granted, the double-edged sword to that is that yes, you are paying double, but you're also getting double. I think Bias at $200 ships with about 30 amps, same with Amplitude. And with Line 6, you're paying $400, but you're getting 60 amps. So there is a good thing that if you're paying double, you're getting double the amount of stuff, but again, I just don't know that that's enough to make someone make that jump. Just $400 is a lot of money, especially since a lot of these companies are selling you the essential plugin for pretty cheap, and then you can just buy whatever amps you want on top of it. That's how Amplitude works. You can buy the base plugin and then just buy the amps that you want and not have to spend all the money or buy the full package just to get them. All in all, I guess what I'm saying is, as much as I loved the Helix Native, I really love it actually, I would personally wait until it goes on sale to buy it. But I'm just one man, I'm just one opinion. The full Helix Native is available as a 15-day trial, so I would definitely recommend going and downloading it and trying it for yourself. Your opinion might be totally different. You might think that $400 is totally worth it, because again, I am not the end-all be-all decision here. This is just my opinion. But from what you saw here, let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know how you're feeling about the Helix Native down in the comments below. And that's where I'm going to end it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, do not forget to like and subscribe, because there's new videos every single week and you don't want to miss any content. And one more time, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is David, and I'll see you next time.